Welcome to episode 1, numero uno, of Short Thoughts with Short Mary. That's not actually the episode name. It's actually just Short Thoughts, but we'll add in the Short Mary. When you're 4'3", you can count it. Um, so welcome in this series of episodes. I can't tell you how long I'm going to do it. It could just be this episode and I never post it. It could be a multitude of episodes, and who knows? Maybe it'll go somewhere. But the reason why I created it, and kind of just the topic of the episode, short thoughts are just quick things. This is not going to be a long episode. It's at the most 20-30 minutes. And that's if I really just keep going and I really have to drive home a point. But that's the longest it'll be. It's just something you can listen to on your way to work, on your way to school, on your way to shop, during shopping. Just something quick, something easy. Let your mind ramble for you. Essentially, I am your mind. I'm not gonna Elon Musk you and put a chip in or anything like that. But the purpose is to ask questions that I think most of us think about, and none of us say it out loud unless we're on TikTok or we're in therapy, and neither of which I like to post on. I might have to post now on TikTok if I actually want to make this something, but to continue, or to pedal back, whatever the word I'm looking for there is, most of us, I think, aren't ones that are posting every day and sharing our thoughts and putting our minds out there. And maybe Reddit. You might do that on Reddit, because Reddit's there's a lot of people that post on Reddit, surprisingly. But back to my point, this show is just one. Typically, I'll have one question where I thought about it because either it happened to me or I was just came into the mind and I want to talk about it. Could be something silly as to when shopping carts came around, which was in the early 1900s, when it started with store clerks, and the stores realized that they could make more if people were picking their products, and there was more competition with products, and they could make more money that way, with the added effect of the store clerks themselves are kind of getting tired of people waiting in line and everything getting backed up. So they made the shopping cart. It could also be, something serious, like, is there an epidemic of loneliness, or has it always been a problem? Something simple, well, that's not simple, but something that we all wonder about, at least, or at least have thought about, whether it's quick or it's continuously. This show is to help keep the mind running, keep you thinking, and maybe give you a little bit of comfort to know that you're not the only one that feels this way. So, to be perfectly frank with all of you, who is really one or two of you that are probably listening to this because I forced you to listen to it, this show is a therapy session in a form for myself. I'm one that doesn't go to therapy. I don't want to go to therapy. It might help, but I don't like talking about myself. So I want to come up with questions that I think are interesting, or, stuff that you can't just bring up in a conversation with your friend while hanging out with them and having a beer. Well, unless you're like 2 beers deep, then you might bring up the loneliness thing. But, just silly things you don't want to just bring up, or you don't talk about for long, and or things that you want to learn about. Like I said, the shopping cart thing. There's probably more to that. There's probably more to the fact that how cereals are put into the aisles. I just went into Target, so this is why I'm on a shopping relation at the moment. But, just silly short bursts. We all watch How It's Made. Why do we watch it? Because we want to know how it's made. That's kind of like this. We want to know if everybody feels this way or if it's just them. I could be crazy. And maybe by the end of this, I'll go into the psych ward. Who knows? Who knows what could happen at the end of the series? But I'm here to comfort you and myself in a way, and ask the questions and talk about the questions. And sometimes those questions won't get answered. There are a lot of days where I have questions and I think, well, I just gotta sit on that and hope for the best. And that's it. And some questions can be answered history wise or, chemically wise or whatever, factual wise can be answered. But I'm here to help both you and me get through life, make it a little bit easier, get to your work, maybe have a little bit of deeper thought, or on your way home from work, decompress with me. Me and you are in the same boat. We're all in the same boat where we're just sitting in life and we got to figure this out one day at a time, sometimes 1 minute at a time. Sometimes we have to figure it out all by ourselves. And it's nice to know that we are not the only ones that are having to do this all by ourselves. That there are other people in this world who are also all by themselves. That song, All by Myself, is literally us. I mean, everybody sings that song. Everybody sings that song when they feel lonely because of that. And we'll see if I all of a sudden now get copyrighted for that. Who knows? I've not posted on YouTube with a song ever, so can't say it was very good singing, so who knows? Maybe they won't recognize it, but you all understand what I'm saying. Alone Again Naturally. There's another one that we all sing. We get into the car when we're feeling really down and we start blasting that song and we start screaming at the top of our lungs with tears coming down our face. Probably we should be pulling over off the interstate, but we don't. We are singing our hearts out to Alone Again Naturally and All by Myself and Million Years Ago and it basically any and all Adele songs, Grenade by Bruno Mars. All of these songs, they're all sad and we all scream to them, we all sing to them because it's nice to know we're not the only ones who feel this. So singers write songs about what we're feeling. It's also nice to know, like Brittany Broski. She's out here asking hilarious questions that, kind of what I kind of would like to make this podcast into, but I'm no Brittany Broski. She is too dang funny. I'm not able to match that energy. I think my ADHD is only so big. She has a lot of ADHD and a lot of energy. I can't top that, but we all love watching her because she's so funny. She relates with these side comments, with these side questions, all these different avenues she goes down. And I think it's nice for everybody to have something just short, something simple and short where we listen to it and we move on. That's all I want to do with this podcast. Short Thoughts with Mary. It may or may not be called Short Thoughts with Short Mary later on, but hey, we will see what we see. The main thing is that you know where I'm coming from, and next week maybe I'll have a sad topic, or maybe we'll talk about something else. I don't know. Why snow falls? Who knows? We'll kick it back to first grade science. But thank you for listening to this introduction episode. And I will talk to you all next time.